Welcome back everyone to the White Explorer channel. I'm here today to introduce to you the Lowa Grindel GTX, my new boot. I've not been familiar with Lowa, I've never purchased the brand before. Initially I purchased some Scarpa a couple of weeks ago, and what I was looking for was a lightweight through hiking boot. I already have Scarpa, but they're just too heavy for long distance walking and multi-day hikes. So I was looking for something that was a mix between a trail shoe and a boot, something that was lightweight. And I came up with the Lowa Explorer first, and I went to Gloucester to get them, but they didn't have them in my size. I went to Go Outdoors in Gloucester, and I came away with the Lowa Grindel. I've walked here through the long grass, it's soaking wet, it's been raining a lot, and yeah, my feet are still dry. This isn't a test and this isn't a review, I'm just introducing the boot to you, the brand, Lowa. Yeah, who are Lowa? Lowa are a German brand that started in Bavaria in 1923 by a guy called Lorenz Wagner. They've been making boots for almost 100 years. A very experienced manufacturer, a global manufacturer. But I don't hear about Lowa so much. I wasn't too sure whether or not these boots were a through hiking boot or not. As I said, I was researching a through hiking boot, multi-day, something for multi-day, for my Epping Way and my Offa's Dyke walk and other trails that I might do. And I came away with this boot, the Lowa Grindel, and they're not specifically designed for through hiking. They're designed for paths and trails, but not specifically designed for through hiking. The Lowa Explorer was specifically designed for through hiking. That's why I went to purchase the Lowa Explorer, but I didn't come away with them. And I was a bit disappointed at first, and they remained in the box for the week. And then I watched Robin at Walk with Wallace and his Cape Wrath Trail. And on his last video, I mean, this is most unusual, I bought the Lowa Grindel and I doubted whether or not it was up to the job, because as I say, the description really didn't lend it well to through hiking. But then Ian, his hiking partner, said to Robin that he was wearing the Lowa Grindel. Robin said, "So what boots are you wearing then, Ian?" He said, "Oh, I'm wearing the Lowa Grindel." And they've been brilliant, he said. And they were right at the end of the trail, 14 days of the Cape Wrath Trail. And that's a serious trail. You know, it's a serious mountain trail. Lots of water, lots of bog, lots of rock, lots of ascent, lots of descent. So yeah, he put it through the ringer, if you like. He really tested these boots out. And right there and then, I decided that I was going to keep the Lowa Grindel, because I trust, you know, A, Ian, and B, the Cape Wrath Trail. I mean, it's a decent trail, isn't it? If you haven't seen that video of Ian and Robin hiking the Cape Wrath Trail, I recommend the video, the series. Check out the link below and the link above. I'll timestamp the point at which Ian speaks of the Lowa Grindel as well. I'll put a link below. Alright, let's take a look at the boot. I'll take my boot off and we'll take a closer look. Before I take my boot off, I'll just take a quick look at this lacing. You see how this hook system down here, this speed lacing system here, that's around the midsection of the foot, and then it swings round and utilizes these two other hooks at the top. And I can testify to the fact that this really does hug your ankle, and that's what it's for really. This hook is situated slightly to the periphery, and that's designed to hug your ankle, and it works really well. So yeah, the Lowa Grindel. They're lightweight. They weigh, I think, in the region of 500 grams. That's light for your foot. My Scarpa Delta GTX, they weigh 1650 grams for the pair, so that's considerably more, and I'm really pleased with these. They're light and airy, they are really light on the feet, and they wear really well out of the box. As I say, they're a mid boot, and they're Goretex. Now, we often hear about Goretex, don't we? But what is Goretex? Do you know what? Hey, check that little bird out above us. Goretex was designed in 1969. Hey, that little bird, is it going to get in the way of my talking? I'll tell you what, I'll wait for this little bird to go, because it might just disturb me every now and then. So yeah, Goretex. What is Goretex? Who designed it? A guy called Wilbert Gore and his son Robert designed Goretex in 1969. So tech clothing has been around for 40-50 years now, and we're all familiar with it. But what is Goretex? It's I took a quick look, and you know what Goretex is, don't you guys? Goretex is actually Teflon. What we know as Teflon. It's a fibre, and there's 9 million pores in a square inch of Goretex, so it's designed not to let water in but vapour out, so your feet keep nice and dry. So yeah, that's why we're willing to pay more for Goretex. It's a beautifully designed boot. And as I say, it wears well straight out of the box. What was the price? Well, I'll tell you what, the price was reasonable. It was £117 for a Goretex boot from Lowa, a really top brand. Lowa are very big in Germany, Switzerland, and that part of the country, that part of the continent, sorry. They sell about 3 million boots worldwide every year. Yeah, as I say, the Scarpa were a bit too narrow for me, so I ended up with these. And yeah, they're a beautiful fit, nice and snug. They're not narrow and they're not too wide. They are perfect. I'm going to give it a bit of a water test and get down by the river and give them a dunk. I haven't been beside the river yet. I've walked the long grass this morning, and yeah, soaking wet, but my feet are dry. As I say, it's an introduction to the boot, the Lowa Grindel. Now, if you haven't heard about Lowa, the brand, check out the link below. I'm really excited by their potential. As I say, we've heard of all the popular brands like, you know, Scarpa and Solomon, etc. But Lowa doesn't seem to be on the radar so much. But they are a very good brand. As I said, they've been making boots for 100 years almost, since yeah, 1923. And the thing is about Lowa, they design boots to last. They have an environmentally aware design team, and their objective is to create a boot that lasts, thus helping the environment. I haven't found too much information about their environmental practices, but if I do, I'll put the links below. Alright, that's the Lowa Grindel. If you've not heard of them before, check them out. I'll be doing a review after I've hiked some miles in these. This isn't a review, this is an introduction. Alright, if you like that brief introduction, please do comment, guys. What boots are you wearing? Are you looking at other brands? Are you experimenting? I mean, Ian, he wore the Lowa Grindel on the Cape Wrath Trail, as I said, and they performed really well over 14 days. So I was really quite hopeful. If you want to like, give us a thumbs up. I always give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, please do subscribe, guys. Hit the button below. I look forward to hearing from you. Okay, that's me from my favourite oak, one of my favourite oaks, introducing the Lowa Grindel GTX. See you now. Yeah, just trying to get to the river. Just through all this lot. Which is just there. There's usually a beach here, but it is super overgrown. Okay, let's get to the river. And here's what's left of the beach. Yeah, me and my bro would come here and have a brew. Let's see how the boots are doing. Yeah, they're fully dunked. Nothing so far. I'll just stand here. Wonder how long. Well, I'm quite happy with that, in fact, because you're always on the move, aren't you? You're not necessarily stood in water. But yeah, well dry. The Lowa Grindel GTX. In the beautiful river leg. Still dry. Yeah, happy with them. Really happy with them. They are soaking wet, but my feet, yeah, my feet are toasty dry.